Bonjour, fourth graders. It's Madam Williamson. I'm making this video because I'm homesick and I want you guys to keep working on your Generations Day projects. So I'm going to give you some pointers and tips to remind you of what you need to be doing in class today. So I've added my little thing guys up here to remind you. Thing one and thing two from Dr. Seuss, they hang out together. They're twins and they always are helping each other. So I'm really hoping that you guys can be doing that today in class. You're going to be finishing up your paintings today, hopefully your backgrounds, and gluing down your faces for your self-portraits. So I want to talk a little bit about how you need to be following the classroom rules today in class. Just because I'm not there does not mean that we do not have work to do. You need to finish these projects today because they're going to be on display in the artwork in the art walk next Thursday. I need you to be aware with your eyes and your ears, and I need your voice level to be at a 1 today so you can be working and concentrating and focusing. Number 1, when the teacher is talking, please don't talk over the teacher. Please be silent and listen to what they're saying and look at them. Number 2, please do not play in the art room. It is not a social hour. It's not time for you to get up and make a mess of my art room. There are no toys in the art room that need to be played with. Your job is to be completing your artwork. And also, please don't play in the paint or the glue or anything. That's not acceptable. Number 3, please be kind to those around you. You have jobs to do today. From the jobs list, there's also going to be other helpers in the classroom. Please respect them. I have chosen them because of their ability to be responsible in the classroom. And be kind to other people about their artwork. Please don't be judgmental or say unkind things in my classroom. You know I don't tolerate that, and that is being a bully if you're being that way. Okay, my room is organized in a certain way. You guys know that I like to keep my room clean. Everything in that room has a place. Please keep everything in its place. So also, I don't want you to get up unless you need to. At the end of class, when you're done with your artwork, or if you finish early, you can do free drawing from the free draw area at the front of the room, where you can grab a book. But the voice level must be a 1, and you must be respectful of those around you and not distract them. All right, our jobs. Seat number 3, please raise your hand. You are in charge of the quiet critters. At the end of this video, all jobs will be happening. The substitute will call seat numbers, and you will one by one, like seat number 3 will do their jobs, just like we do in class. Not everybody is going to be getting up at once. So seat number 3, you will get the quiet critters last. Seat number 4, you're going to be passing out artwork. So seat number 4 at the blue table, I'd like you to go out in the hall and grab artwork for your class. All the other seat number 4s, you will be getting artwork from the blue seat number 4, and you will be passing out the portraits and the backgrounds to everyone in your classroom. Seat number 1, you are in charge of supplies. You're going to be grabbing the newsprint from the back shelf in the back of the room. It has the black markers to make the lines on the backgrounds. You will also be grabbing the liquid watercolor trays. Please, 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 please do not run into anyone. And if you're running around the room, if you're getting stuff, do not run into anyone who's carrying those liquid watercolor trays. That liquid watercolor will go everywhere unless you keep the tray even and stable. Please also, seat number 1, you will be getting the supplies, the caddies with the scissors, because we need those to cut out your faces to glue onto your backgrounds. Brushes, you also need to get water trays to the right of the sink. There are water trays up there with brushes on them. They will be needed for adding liquid watercolor to your backgrounds. Okay, so as you know, many of you are going to be adding this newsprint to your backgrounds. Now, this is a student who's left the school. If you are finished with this, remember we're using the glue brushes at the sink, or glue brushes on your table with the little yellow brushes in them, the little yellow glue brushes with the glue containers at your table. If there are no little glue brushes at your table, I have designated some people from different classes to grab glue brushes and pass them out to you. Genevieve and Olive from Mr. Gay's class, and Lucy and Ruby from Madame Chariot's class will be in charge of getting glue brushes. Remember, after you've used the glue brush, it goes in the sink. All right, now for this artwork, you can see that there's newsprint extending past the area of the white paper. So I'm going to cut that off before I draw the lines on my paper. Very carefully cut this off. You guys can see I'm cutting it. Okay. If you cannot find your artwork in the actually, this might be Kingston's. If you cannot find your artwork in the bins in the hallway, go ahead and just cut out your face, and you can sit tight, and maybe the substitute can make a note for me to know that you were not able to work on your artwork. All right, so I've done that. Now I'm going to take a ruler and a Sharpie marker, and you have the thick Sharpie markers at your tables that are on the trays with the watercolor, the liquid watercolor. You're going to draw enough lines so your paper is divided into 6 sections or 8 sections. So I'm going to take this and very carefully, I'm going to draw with my Sharpie marker. There's 1 line. Maybe I'll draw another one right here. That's 2. And then maybe I'll do another one right here. And I'm going to count how many sections I have so far. You need to have even sections because we're painting with 2 colors on the background. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 sections. So I'm going to do 2 more lines to make 6 sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to do 1 more right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take the liquid watercolor. You're going to grab 2 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, and you're going to color those different sections with the liquid watercolor. Please make sure that you have colored in all of the newsprint. I should see no gray areas. That color goes all the way around, and even coverage in each one of these sections. After you've done that, you're going to cut out your face. And please make sure when you cut, I don't want to see any white paper around the edges. Like this right here, I should not see any white around the edges. Your cutting should go right up next to that black line. If you need help, you can raise your hand and the substitute will help you, or you can ask someone else at your table. So you want to cut around all this black area. Then you're going to put glue around the edges of your face. Remember, we put glue around the edges and not in the middle because we want everything to stick down. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to cut this really quickly. I'm just going to cut around the edge. This, and make sure you get all those details. I didn't get all those nice details of this hair because I'm going fast, and I want to show you what you need to do. All right, so once I have this cut out, I will add glue around the edge of my head with the glue brushes, and then you're going to put this onto your paper. But your paper has to have color on it first. Your background has to have color. Hold this down for at least 15 seconds all around the edges. Your background will be wet from the paint. So you have to make sure that you press down securely for long enough for the glue to stick to the newsprint. When you're finished, you can put this on the drying rack, and please make sure that you put your artwork on the drying rack all on one side. There are 4 other classes using the drying rack, so don't just place it wherever you want. I want it all stacked nicely on one side for your class only. Okay. At the end of class, in the last 5 minutes of class, let's see if I have everything that I've talked about here. Yes. Okay. At the end of class, I've designated some people to be working at the sink. Now, seat number 1, you have a lot of supplies to return. Please, everyone at your tables, help seat number 1 return the supplies. They do need to return the sink or the water trays to the sink with the brushes. For Mr. Gay's class, Evelyn will be on sink duty. And for Madame Chariot's class, Nora will be on sink duty. Nora and Evelyn, you will rinse the brushes, put 4 brushes back onto the water trays, Put clean water in the water trays and return them to the right of the sink, to the right countertop on the sink, just the way they were when you arrived in class. This way, another fourth grade class can use the water trays and they're ready to go. Okay, so I think that might be it, you guys. Also, seat number 2 at the end of class. I need you to grab the black towels from under the sink, squeeze them. Please do not add a ton of water in them. Squeeze the water out of them. I do not want wet tables at the end of my class. And you are going to be cleaning up any glue or liquid watercolor that is left on your table. Seat number 3, you'll return quiet critters. Seat number 4, you can maybe check the drying racks and make sure that everybody from your class has their artwork on one drying rack only, and they're all stacked on one side. So I think that's it, you guys. I hope you guys can get all your work done, and please, please, please keep a voice level of 1 in your class today. The substitute knows that at the beginning of class time, there will be a 7-minute silent work time. After the 7 minutes, if you still have a quiet critter, you will get a blue ticket at the end of class. After the 7 minutes are done, I need a voice level of 1. Please, please be respectful. I'm counting on you guys. I'm trusting you to do all of your jobs and to be independent and to keep the art room clean and organized. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Au revoir.